What's up, guys? Coach John Wojo here with JW Fitness, answering another one of the questions I have found on the interwebs here. For all of you out there that have managed to drop a serious amount of weight, have you ever had any luck working with a good nutritionist? If so, please share below. Counting calories just isn't working for me anymore. And I'm not really interested in trying yet another fad diet. Thanks. All right, so I would definitely not follow a fad diet. And I would say, you didn't say what your starting weight was, how much you lost in what amount of time, where you are now, and where you're looking to go with your physique. You didn't mention anything about your training. But the specific point I wanted to address is counting calories just isn't working for me anymore. And that is, you may not think it's working for you. Perhaps you're using the incorrect calorie target. Or maybe you're just sick and tired of counting calories. But if someone were to determine their accurate number of maintenance calories and be in a consistent calorie deficit, then yes, it would continue to work for you, because it is the only thing that works for any human being. It is literally the only way that people lose fat over time, is by maintaining a calorie deficit. So it works because it's the law of thermodynamics. It works. It works. It's just that people are shooting for an incorrect number, or people aren't being consistent enough, or people think they're in a deficit when they're really not. Again, because either they're shooting for the wrong number or they're miscalculating their daily calories. But that's what it means when people say you have to dial in your numbers. You have to know, not based on calculation, not based on a multiplier system that I might use, not based on a more extensive calculator that you might find online that takes into account, age, sex, weight, height, activity level, whatever, eye color, whatever. Those calculators are only guesstimates. They get you hopefully in the right ballpark, but there are a lot of individual differences, and you have to then take that number, you have to put it into practice long enough to determine for yourself, yes, X amount of calories, my body weight seems to fluctuate in a very tight range when I am consistently eating this amount of calories every single day for 2-3 weeks. And then when you are comfortable that you have determined that X amount of calories is indeed your maintenance level calories, then you can subtract from that number to achieve the desired rate of fat loss that you want. And if you are religiously consistent with that number, assuming that you've correctly determined your maintenance, then once you subtract that and you are religiously hitting that lower number, you will consistently be in a calorie deficit, and you will absolutely 100%, without a doubt, no bullshit, no trickery, no fad diets needed, you will absolutely lose body fat over time, because simply that is the way the body works. It's getting to that point of certainty, of knowing that this is the amount of maintenance calories that works for me, and this is absolutely putting me in a calorie deficit. It's then and only then, when you have that level of certainty about those numbers, then you could be consistent, and then you'll be able to change your body weight like, I don't know, playing a violin or whatever the saying is. You'll be able to adjust the rate of fat loss to make it faster, to make it slower, to go back to maintenance, to try gain weight, that's how people do it. That's how it's done. That's how people who walk around with these shredded physiques and are able to gain muscle and gain fat and lose fat and, just manipulate their body weight at will. It's because they've put in the work and they know their numbers. They know where they have to be to maintain their body weight. They know where they have to be in a deficit. And then it's just a matter of putting in the work and being consistent, right? And then it's just all on you. But to say that counting calories doesn't work for me anymore is a nonsensical statement, because counting calories works for everyone, assuming your numbers are correct in the first place. So, and I'm not discouraging you from meeting with a nutritionist, but that's great. If you want to work with a nutritionist, that's great. But if you were following a, well-rounded, logically designed nutrition plan to begin with, and now you're saying it's no longer working, well, you've lost a lot of weight. Maybe you have to reestablish what your new maintenance calories are and then subtract from that. Or maybe you were in some crazy starvation diet for years and years and years, and your body has adapted to that lower calorie range, and maybe now it's simply time to just take a diet break, or switch gears and raise your calories ever so slightly week after week, and focus on putting on muscle and focus on rebuilding your metabolism. So-called reverse dieting, and build your metabolism back up again before, and do that for a long period of time, maybe even an entire year or more, before then trying to strip off more body fat. So that is my answer to that. Guys, if you appreciate the content, like and subscribe to the channel. Please send me your questions. I love to talk to you, and I will talk to you soon.